What's up, guys? Iceman here. So about 10 years back, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and for whatever reason, I thought it'd be awesome if we went out hunting bears with spears one day. Just the sort of man-driven, testosterone-driven bond you could have with a brother. Accomplishing such a feat, for whatever reason, I found intriguing. Something to do with reaching back to our primal desires, of conquering a great foe. Something to do with man overcoming nature with such a primitive item as a spear. And to my understanding, didn't folks back in the day hunt down giant beasts like mammoths, woolly mammoths, and so forth? Mastodons, saber-toothed tigers, and all that crap? And didn't they sort of cull those creatures to some level? Maybe to do with challenges, or maybe to do with the fact that often these creatures were a threat to their tribe. So it made me think about it to some extent, and I decided to do a bit of research and actually found this guy who just a couple years ago killed a grizzly bear with a spear all on his own. Now, his way of achieving this was basically man utilizing his stealthy abilities. He hid away, but I mean, he was by himself with a spear, man, so cut him some slack in my opinion. And on one hand, this is kind of grotesque, the fact that you would like stab a big ass bear unknowingly with a spear. But on the other hand, the guy was looking for a challenge, and basically this shit has been going on since the beginning of time. So check out this story. Most bow hunters dream of killing a grizzly bear with their bow. For Tim Wells, the dream for the last several years was to kill a grizzly bear with a spear. I've been bow hunting for decades. Over the last few years, I've been spearing different types of big game animals. One of my goals was to kill a grizzly bear with a spear. I went on several hunts before the dream became a reality, but this spring I was able to successfully harvest a grizzly bear with a spear, Wells said. The most obvious challenge when hunting with a spear is you need to be very close to the bear in order to get a shot at the animal. I often practice from a tree like I do when I am bow hunting. I even throw my spear into a target to prepare for the hunt, said Wells. The goal when spearing bears is to get the bear to walk within 5 or 6 yards of the tree. On this particular hunt, I had multiple bears within 20 yards that I could have taken with a bow. Getting one to walk inside of 10 yards was incredibly difficult. I sat in a tree for hours, waiting on my opportunity to take a bear. My opportunity presented itself, but there were times on the hunt where my guide and I were beginning to wonder if I was going to get a shot. Old grizzly bears are super smart and always play the wind. Like a mature whitetail, they always trust their nose, so as soon as they smell a human, they bolt. Black bears and other big game animals will often come in, even if they smell a little human odor. At the very least, they stop to figure out what is going on, which sometimes gives a hunter a chance to take a shot. The moment a grizzly bear smells a human, they run. On many occasions, I got winded on this hunt by bears. Wells has killed many animals with a spear. His knowledge of how to get within kill range of a bear finally came together. I was hunting over bait, but hunting grizzly bears over bait is never easy. I finally found a tree in an area along a river where several paths that the bear used came together. My hope was that a mature grizzly bear would take one of the paths along the river and eventually walk right under my tree, giving me a good shot, Wells noted. To increase his odds of success, Wells brushed himself in. Grizzly bears will often look up in trees and bust hunters. I put brush all around me to break up my silhouette. When a bear is super close to you, they can easily spot you, so making sure I was brushed in well was a must. The downside of being completely brushed in was Wells couldn't see around him very well, and he only had one opening for a shot, which was directly below him. At one point, a nice bear snuck in, walking right down the trail and under Tim's tree. By the time he noticed the bear, he couldn't get a shot in before walking away. I only had a limited amount of time to react, and by the time I was ready for the shot, the bear was right under me, and debris was in the way of the shot, so I didn't take it. Eventually, the same bear came walking back down the trail, going back the other way, and this time, Tim was ready for him. I threw the spear when he was underneath me, and I hit the bear, right in the vitals. The moment the bear was hit, he started to flip out. I put hickory handles on my spears because they are hard for the bears to break. But in one swift bite, the bear broke the handle of my spear in half as he was fighting it after the shot, Wells exclaimed. The bear went a few hundred yards after the shot and died. The bucket list hunt was complete, and Tim Wells had officially killed an Alaskan grizzly bear with a spear. So what do you guys think about this incident that this man had in hunting a grizzly bear with a spear? Way back when I was imagining my buddy and I doing it, I imagined us like taunting the bear and running at him with spears and just trying to fight the damn thing, which I think would be a lot more challenging because the bear's ready for you then. And in this incident, of course, the bear was completely caught off guard and the spear just stuck right through him. But nonetheless, it is something that most people will never accomplish. But I think it would really prove that someone has massive balls if they were to hunt a bear with just one spear all on their own and they'd like taunt the damn thing and try to get it to attack them, you know what I'm saying? I'm not at all encouraging anyone to do that. And certainly check your laws before ever attempting it. But that's more of what I imagine it was like back in the day. A sort of rite of passage where you fight a frickin' bear with a spear, and whoever comes out alive is victorious, and more of the apex predator. But let me know in the comments below your thoughts on these matters. Like this video if you will, and subscribe to this page for more chilling tales from the Iceman.